Hello and welcome to Flight Test Data Analytics. My name is David Kern. I'm an instructor test pilot here at Daedalus Aerospace. I want to welcome you to this course and tell you I'm really excited that you've signed up for it. I'm not going to be your primary instructor. It's co-taught by two of my friends. We all use call signs, so we're going to call them Saint and Captain. Now, all three of us are graduates of recognized test pilot schools, and we have combined over 30, almost 40 years of flight test experience in the latest military and civil aircraft technology around the world. We have job titles like Chief Data Officer, Chief Instrumentation Officer, so that'll give you an idea of the expertise that's being delivered to you with this course. Flight test is all about getting the data, and test pilot schools teach student test pilots and flight test engineers not just how to collect the data, but then also how to do the analysis. Now, Matlab is often taught as a tool for data analysis, but we tend to go back to what we're most comfortable with, which means that a lot of test pilots and flight test engineers end up using Microsoft Excel for a lot of their flight test data needs, even well into their careers. Data handling in Excel is time-consuming and laborious. Time spent processing data is time that's not spent analyzing data and getting to results. So Python is the most sought after language for data analytics today, and we're going to be teaching how to use Python-based applications to analyze and interpret flight test results. Flight testers often have to wear a lot of different hats. Even in large organizations, it's oftentimes the flight testers themselves, the flight test crew, that's not just collecting the data, but doing the analysis. So we want to provide this information to you and your team because it'll make your operation more efficient, whether it's a very small flight test organization or a very large one. This course is tailor-made for flight test data analysis. There are a lot of courses out there that will teach you Python, but nothing else specializes in flight test data analysis. So we've tried to bring out the experience that we have with respect to flight testing and focus on just teaching what you need to know and not a lot of computer science background. You can get that elsewhere in other courses, but we are going to give you the tools, the steps, the tutorials that you need to actually put this into practice. What makes this course unique is the flight test data set that we are using to explain the analytics process. To demonstrate and teach the use of Python, first we need to collect some flight test data. And because real flight test data off of actual live assets would face some proprietary or classification issues, releasability would be a problem. What we've done is we've developed a really exciting process where we take some data taps into a commercially available high fidelity flight simulator. We record those parameters which closely match what you would get from a data acquisition system on a flight test asset. And then we use that data set, which has the same parameters, similar sampling rates, etc., to apply Python data analytics processes. We're going to provide that data set to you along with the code that we developed during this instructional course, and you'll be able to manipulate that data, visualize it, and use those tools that we give you in this course as building blocks for your own flight test data analytics needs. Now, obviously, there's going to be some differences with how the simulator shows aerodynamic or inertial properties. We don't really need them to match any one aircraft in particular. They provide a really nice data set that we're going to use to demonstrate the processes in this course. So with this needs-based training, we think that your understanding, your assimilation of the ideas is going to be a lot better, and we're excited to open the doors of Python-based data analytics for your flight test operations.